Hey everyone, it's Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here in the WKYT Alert Center, and we are live on YouTube and Facebook, especially if you're watching this on the 22nd day of December 2023 at 11:33 in the morning. We are live for you, and we are talking weather. Might be hard to see some of these numbers for you, but out there right now we are tracking temperatures in the 40s. A little bit of shower activity showing up from time to time. That's what we can expect to kind of continue. I think we'll run into a few more because we do have this other batch of precipitation that's out there that could very well cruise through our skies, and maybe that southern fringe could throw a little bit of shower activity into Kentucky, but I'm not concerned about it being a big deal with the coverage of rain. You can even see it with the hour by hour. The hour by hour really downplays it quite a bit up until we get into your Saturday. Then you're going to see some of those chances blow through, and I think we will end up with some scattered stuff at that time. This puts us all over the place. Look at this, 46 in Covington. This is at 3:30 on Saturday. 51 in Lexington, but it's showing 60 in Williamsburg, 61 in Somerset. So we're going to be like that with some of these numbers out there. Now, as we advance through time, you get into your Sunday, and I think this model is going gangbusters on 60 plus. So there's a run toward the mid-60s for some of us. That's what can happen out there. I really think that's a possibility because we're right out ahead of that low. We're getting that southerly surge, so you're going to see those numbers. That's Christmas Eve, by the way. Just if you had forgotten, you know, kind of a big day, but that's what we're looking at for it. So I think the potential is certainly there. On Christmas Day, I haven't really changed a lot of this all week. I've been looking at this graphic, and the rain chances look like they're really going to arrive closer to sunrise. So they continue through the day. Now, does it wash us out the rest of the day? Not really. You're going to get some broken time during the evening hours. Now, it's going to be pretty steady from 9 till midday, and even including that 1 o'clock hour, we could see some rain here in our area that stays pretty persistent. We look at Lexington for Christmas Day in the past. So just kind of checking this out because it's going to be a wet one this year. How does that kind of rank with some of the others? Well, you know what? The wettest one we had was back in 1987, many years ago. We had almost 2.5 inches, 2.35 to be exact. So we were closing in on the 2.5 inch total. That's a lot. You know, in 1987 as well, earlier that year in April, we had big snow, especially out in the eastern portions of Kentucky. We recorded quite a bit, more than a foot in some cases. So what a wild year that was, you know, and then you get to Lexington and almost 2.5. All right, 2021, we got to 70 degrees. We did it in 1982 as well. 70 for your high. So this is not going to be the warmest. Now you get in the mid 60s. I mean, you're talking about getting close to it, but I don't think we hit anything like that. Coldest was 9 below zero. Snowiest, we had 6.5 inches in 1935. And the last white Christmas, the last snow was last year. Remember that Arctic system that came through? We had snow blowing through the air even then, and it put enough on the ground. I say it was white Christmas because we had enough on the ground. It might not fit the technical term. I can't remember what the final measurement was. That was my one thing. I couldn't remember how much we ended up with. I didn't go back in the record and look. But you know what? It was last year. So we all remember that. It got, you know, bitterly cold after that too. Let's look ahead to what the weekend will feature. You're going to see some of those showers really increase across the Commonwealth. You get a big solid slug of moisture. That's 7 a.m., that's around sunrise, and you can see the showers pushing in. And then it's just steady for a while, but you get a broken area. That's the scattered stuff I was talking about that will likely show up here at 7 o'clock in the evening. You get a little bit more into Tuesday, and there's cold air wrapping in behind all of this. All right, here's the way this plays out. Rainfall from right now, from today through 11:45 on Sunday, you're looking at a few hundredths of an inch, not even a full tenth of an inch. Look at Monday's forecast, Christmas Day. You get this sudden surge in moisture, and we end up soaked out there. That's when we get some of the higher totals to come into play. So we end up tracking somewhere around 3/4 of an inch, an inch. I've watched this go back and forth, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen as we move into that part of the forecast as well. The big disconnect has been the cold air for anybody wanting a white Christmas, because the week of Christmas, you're going to watch this cold shot of air spread out. Now, it's not Arctic cold, nothing like that, but it's colder than what we've been tracking because we have mild area. Again, 60 degrees possible on Christmas Eve. Here comes that colder push of air, and that shows up for the middle of the week. And so at that time, some moisture's left over, and you might actually get some flakes of snow to fly through the sky. So that would be a couple of days too late, but still, looks like it's trying to stay cold into New Year's Eve weekend as well. Maybe another little shot of snow at that time. Again, we're more than a week away, just kind of speculating out there what some of the longer range trends are showing. So we'll have all that. This is my last weather hit on Facebook and YouTube until next week, because I was lucky enough to put in 20 plus years here to, well, not at KYT, but in for Great TV. And guess what? I can take off some extra days here and there. So isn't that nice? So I'm going to be doing that. I'll be off for Christmas Day and then the 26th, but back with you next Wednesday. I appreciate all of you so very much for stopping by and checking us out. It varies from day to day how many do it, but we appreciate you. And I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. And again, I'll be here before the new year. And because I'm all by myself, because it's holiday schedule around here, you're going to watch me walk over here and then fade away because the controls to that camera are over here. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff. We'll see you next time. We'll be back at 12 o'clock for WKYT News at noon. See y'all.